Hi guys, in this video we're going to be having a look at the Resident Evil anniversary and archive, or anniversary / archive figures. I say that because they originally brought a lot of these figures out, just Resident Evil figures. Then they re-released, in blister package, you know, the normal Neca blister packet. Then they re-released them again in the archive packaging, so which they said was basically a better paint job and things like that. So so we'll have a look at these figures. I'm not going to go into too much detail over what was archive and what's normal, but I'll give you a quick look at the figures just in case, so you know what you're buying if you're obviously looking to collect these figures in any way whatsoever. There were series 1 and 2, I believe, in the anniversary series, and in the archives I think there were 3 series, but I'm not too sure, so don't hold me to anything, to be honest. I'm just literally going to show you the figures. Obviously, if you're a fan of Resident Evil and you want to collect the figures, just to show you basically what you want. So let's start by having a look at well, let's have a look at this guy. He's at the front, so little crow there. Now he comes with the Labcoat Zombie, which is that guy over there in packaging. So there's a nice little crow there. He's basically just little pins slot in there. It's good. I don't like this little paint job on the front here. Little dabs of blood down. It looks a bit silly, but I just like these little extra things you get with them, to be honest. Now this dog, he comes with the regular zombie, this guy here, and I love the fact that you got these dogs as well, because you know they are a pivotal point of the game, to be honest. I'm not even going to mention the films. I'm not a fan of the films whatsoever, but obviously the dog, there's no articulation going on in here apart from a little bit of rotation in the head and the jaw. So that's that dog, and this is the other dog, which I think is the better one, to be honest. And again, he's just got rotation in the head and jaws open on there, but that's all. Again, he's pre-posed, and I just prefer this one to this one, to be honest. I just think this one looks like a better. This one just looks very. I know they, you know, when they put a pattern through the game, they're very static, but I just like the fact that he's gonna go for you, to be honest. So they're the dogs. Let's have a look at Hunk. Now he was my first Resident Evil figure I brought, to be honest. I absolutely think he's brilliant, to be honest. I loved it in Resident Evil 2 when you unlocked him and played his little mission, and then I don't know if anyone's done it as well, you then unlock Tofu when you play through Hunk's scenario but as a block of tofu. But anyway, so that's Hunk. You know, he's got a fair bit of articulation in him, in terms of you can rotate his feet, his waist, obviously his head, ball joint in the shoulder, rotation in the elbow, and rotation in the wrists. He comes with a little briefcase, which is obviously what you're collecting, and in there some paperwork and pens and things. Obviously his machine gun. I think he comes with a handgun. I'm not too sure. I can't remember now. And he also comes with a little virus, which obviously is what he was going for. This little virus canister there. So that's Hunk. So I'm going to have to rattle through these because there's a few on here to look at. Next we'll have a look at Jill. Now there's 3 versions of Jill you can get. This one being the regular one. You can then get the black one, which I'm just grabbing that here. The black variant, and there was a green variant, which was the rare one. You can hardly find the green one anywhere, to be honest. And I'm assuming it's legit. I've never seen it anywhere but eBay, but I haven't really looked into it, to be honest. But there is a green variant as well, and it's very hard to get hold of, to be honest. But out of the 2, I've got to be honest with you, I prefer the regular version. You can get the regular Jill in this archive packaging as well, to be honest. So I just showed a quick look at this packaging, and on the back it just says member of the STARS Alpha Team, position rear security, proficient in bomb disposal and lockpicking. So that's Jill Valentine. Now all these are quite pre-posed, to be honest. You can't really do much with them. But you have a little rotation in the foot, in the ankle, rotation in the waist, rotation in the shoulders. I believe there's rotation in the arms there, yeah, where the sleeves finish as well. Rotation in the wrist, and of course in the head as well. And she comes with her gun, silencer. She's got a little taser as well, which I just keep in her little holster there. And she also comes with the trusty first aid spray and little grenades as well. They're a bit pointless to show you them, the tiny little things. Probably not coming through on camera very well. So that's Jill, like I say, 3 versions of her. Next we'll have a look at Zombie. Now, he's brilliant. Absolutely love this. The zombies are all pretty awkward to stand up, purely because they've got their gimpy feet going on here, which makes it quite hard to stand up. In terms of articulation, there's a bit of rotation in the waist, in the head, ball joints in the shoulder, and rotation in the wrist. Now what's cool about this guy is that his arms can come off, and they're not just the irregular plugs. You know, they are actually detailed, gory limbs ripped out, which I think is pretty cool, to be honest. And like I say, he comes with the dog as well, so he's pretty cool. Now, so I just want to quickly show you on the archive one, there's not really too much detail going on, difference, to be honest. And to be honest, I personally prefer the original version as opposed to the archive version. I don't know why. I just prefer the pure white eyes as opposed to the pinky eyes. The blood does look better on this guy, on his shirt and everything, and on his legs and all that. But for some reason, I just think there's a bit better detail going on the original figure, to be honest. That's just my opinion. But so that's Zombie, and on the back of the Zombie box it just says, they were once human but were infected and consequently resurrected by the T-virus. A zombie will continue its search for food even with severed limbs or when missing the lower half of his body, or its body. So that's Zombie. Next we have Labcoat Zombie. Again, same foot sculpt, everything going on there. Articulation wise, waist, ball joint shoulders, head and wrists. Detail that's gone into him is brilliant, and he comes with the crow as well, so it's a good reason to own him. And obviously he's got hair going on there, you know, big chunk out of his head as well. Pretty cool. The detail in this is absolutely brilliant. And of course all these zombie figures look great with any other zombie figures as well. If you've got, I don't know, a Dr. Tongue or Walking Dead figures or anything like that, these all look cool with them. So that's Labcoat Zombie. Crimson Head Zombie. Now he's pretty cool and obviously really badass in the game. Now he comes with the dog as well that I prefer, the dog that looks like it's about to jump on you and rip your face off. Again, no, I'm going to go with the Archive one. In my opinion, is the better one. But I do again prefer the white eye. The white eyes against the garish red is good, but the paint, to be honest, on this guy in packet, the Archive one is a bit better. And I like the fact that his shirt's a bit more dirtier and faded and yellow on there. And I'm just double checking something because I think, yeah, the dog's blood bits look better painted as well. A bit more care has gone into painting the dog as well, to be honest. So that's Crimson Head Zombie. Again, articulation wise, exactly the same as the zombie and the lab coat, apart from obviously the limbs don't come off. But in the head, waist, ball joint shoulders, but he doesn't have rotation in the wrists because they're new sculpts there with the longer nails, to be honest. So that's Crimson Head, and on the back of his packaging he's just got a zombie will become a Crimson Head when revived through the V-Act process. Its increased bloodlust causes it to move faster and to jump at its victims. They possess long sharp claws and a unique red coloured body. So that's Crimson Head Zombie there. Next we shall have a look at Hunter. Now for me, this is the worst figure out of the lot. In terms of its sculpt, it is fantastic. The detail gone into every single little scale. The sheer size of him is massive. Articulation wise is brilliant. He's got a tilt in the foot, he's got rotation in the hips, in the waist, ball joint in the arms, ball joint in the elbow, and you can even, for some reason, I don't know why, rotate the fingers. And sorry, mouth as well. And surely you can see it's a big figure. So that's a ball joint there. Sorry, it's a big figure, and even when you compare it to Chris here, you can see the size of it is massive. But I don't like it. I just never liked the character in game. It just annoys the hell out of me, and I just think this looks a bit cartoony, to be honest. But that might just be me. Other people might have a completely different opinion and think it's absolutely awesome. But for me, didn't do it for me. This character and the figure, to be honest. I think this is also the Archive figure as well, off the top of my head. So it's the better, or what's considered the better paint job as well. But you know, like I say, you can't fault it detail wise. It's absolutely brilliant. It's just a bit cartoony for me, and like I say, the detail gone into it. It's a heavy old big figure as well. So that's the Hunter, or Hunter. Let's have a look at Chris. Now again, there's problems going on here for me. To get him to stand, you have to get his feet into sort of like a bit of a gimpy position, to be honest. His foot would naturally be like that, but it's going to fall over, so you have to tip his foot in a fair bit to get him to stand, and obviously head on just looks absolutely ridiculous. But for me, here's the re-release, or the Archive version I should say. Again, comes with the little first aid spray and some grenades as well on there, and shotgun and a removable knife. But the paint job for me on the original figure is a lot better than the re-release Archive one, purely because he's got a bit of a gloss going on in the jacket, which he doesn't have here, but then he's got matte trousers and a bit of a gloss on the trousers here. But overall, the paint on this version is just so much better, if you ask me. The detail going into the stitching is so much better. This paintwork, sorry, this detail on the wood of the gun, just a better figure in all for me. It just says on the back, member of STARS Alpha Team, position point man, proficient in hand-to-hand combat and marksmanship. So it's just that I like I know, although he's on steroids, I like the Resident Evil 5 Chris better than this one. So yeah, and again, articulation in the waist, the sleeve point of the elbow, ball joint in the shoulder, rotation in the head, and of course just the rotation in the foot there. Next we'll have a look at Liquor, and I've also got the archive one here. So this is Liquor, and for me, again, I'm going to say the original one is the better paint job, to be honest. Again, they've done a better job with the paint, sorry, the blood, making the blood look better on the re-release, but I think there's far better detail going on in the veins, in the brain and everything, to be honest. Again, this is very pre-sculpted, you can't really do much with it, but we have rotation in the hips, in the waist, sorry, in the abs I should say, just at the elbows, and he's got a bendy old tongue, the wire in the tongue there. No, you can't move the head or anything, to be honest, but the detail that's gone into this guy, I'm sure you'll agree, is absolutely brilliant. But yeah, I prefer this original one over the re-release archive one, to be honest. I don't know quite how they can warrant these being the better painted versions, but you know, it's down to the Neca really. And on the back of this packaging it says, these creatures were once regular zombies until the T-virus ravaged their bodies further, causing their brains to expand and their skin to deteriorate. They can jump great heights and distances, and they attack their prey using their teeth, claws and tongue. So that's Liquor. And here we have Tyrant. I'm going to push him right back there because he's big old figure. Let's just get Jill in to show you the size difference is absolutely brilliant there. And this for me is the best figure of the lot, to be honest. Tyrant. As impressive a figure as he was in the game as a baddie. This part here where you can see these lines here, this is where when he's in packet the legs are actually a separate piece, and you have to put the legs in just basically for him to be able to fit in packet, I guess. So but articulation wise, you can obviously got the rotation there now where you've put the pegs in the legs. He's got rotation in the waist, in the head, ball joint in the shoulders, and again rotation in the fingers for some reason, which I don't quite get that, but I dare say you can get some different positions going on there, not too much, but the detail that's gone on him is absolutely brilliant. All the little veins and pussy bits on him, and of course the infamous external heart going on there, and even tubes going into it. But he looks absolutely brilliant, and if you're only going to buy one figure, this for me is the figure to get, to be honest. Absolutely massive, absolutely brilliant, detail on it cannot be faulted. It's like I say, so these did come out in the bubble packaging, or they come out in these archive packaging. So I just want to show you as well on the side of these packets that whatever figure you've got, even if you stored them like this, you can see straight away which figure it is by the fact that it's coloured in yellow. So straight away you can see this is Liquor, this is Chris, and this is Crimson Head on there because it's yellow, and you've got all the figures on there. So Chris Redfield, Neca, Zombie, Jill Valentine, Labcoat Zombie, Hunter, Hunk, Crimson Head Zombie, and the Tyrant. And of course you can see that the Neca comes in a bigger packaging as well. But that's a look as quick as I can show you guys, to be honest, at the figures that are available in this series. Like I say, it's a bit of a mash-up between the anniversary figures and the archive figures, but it gives you an idea of what you're going to get if you're looking to buy these figures. Totally recommend them. I think they're absolutely fantastic. Brilliant addition to anyone's collection. You can't really fault them, to be honest. Like I say, they come with all the accessories, all the little grenades and first aid kits and things. So Neca have definitely put in a lot of effort on detail there for us. It's just that, I don't know, I think it was the start of let's redo stuff and see if people will buy it sort of thing, you know, a bit of a rehash of the same thing went on here, more prolific than any other figure at the time. But anyway, I love Resident Evil. I love having these figures on display. I love the games. Got to be honest with you, I've got a crack on with Resident Evil 6. I know it's been out ages, but I just haven't basically got on with it. Oops, he's a bit of a bugger to stand up, this dog. Bit of blue tackle, sort him out. But anyway, as always, I always appreciate you guys watching. I always try and comment as quickly as I can and as soon as I can. I do appreciate you watching. Obviously, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Got plenty more videos coming out soon. Got the have a look at the Resident Evil 4 figures and the Resident Evil 5 figures as well. Oh, forgot to put my little liquor in there. Never forget the liquor. But anyway, like I say, as always guys, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll catch you all again soon. Take care, all the best, bye bye.